Welcome to the Infernal Brotherhood of the scruffy-looking Nerf herders. Today we are reading Star Wars X-Wing Rogue Squadron number 22 in the Empire's Service, Part 2. Brentaal 4, Bormia Sector, Contested Space. My scans are clear, Rogue Lead. I'm negative for interlopers. Trim the chatter. I copy the report, Scout 1. I'm clear too. Let's take the patrol home. You're negative for humor too, Delise. Lota Imp Metal orbiting Brentaal 4. I'm surprised the imps haven't scoured us off the moon. They've not even bothered the supply convoys. The imps feel vulnerable, so snub fighters Avan, so they'll wait for ties to screen them. Besides, the imps know that to have us engage in a conventional fight leaves us open to being hurt. They learned how stupid that idea was at Endor, Antilles. We did get hurt at Endor, Ace. Wedge may have blown the Death Star with the Falcon's help, but our fleet was hammered. Yeah, but we won. If you'd been there, you'd also know what we lost. Both sides want to use Brentaal to show Endor was a fluke, and that they've recovered. And Brentaal 4 is key to the Bormia sector, which we want since Mon Mothma's homeworld Chandrila is here. Among other reasons. Just because my great-aunt and my father are involved in politics, that doesn't mean I don't know there are other motives in the galaxy. Pestage vowed to defeat us here. If we win, he looks weak, and more parts of the Empire will break off. True, but that's politics. Don't forget Brentaal is a rich world, and the New Republic could use some money. Good point. So, do you think we'll take Brentaal? Only admirals and generals can answer that, Evan. Did Darth Vader wear black? Click. Our job is to kill what they want us to kill and avoid being killed while doing it. You make it sound simple and easy, Rogue Lead. At our level, it is simple. But don't ever think it's easy. Only easy thing we get to do is die. Why is that reports filed after uneventful patrols take up as much memory as those where something happened? A question only captains and commanders can answer, sir. Someday you'll regret being so glib, Flight Officer Barus. I hope so, sir. See you in the ready room. Koyi Kamad, what are you doing here? Reporting for duty, sir. I've been made the squadron's chief tech. But you are getting your degree in hyperspatial physics. Rogue Squadron's adventure at Merst opened my eyes to the bigger hologram. Hardly a reason to abandon your studies. Yes, well, Rorax Falcon was directing my master's program. Oh, and his death? Right. Besides, this beats waitressing, so I've opted for work study. Most of the T-65s in the unit are in pretty good shape. I can even fix Plor's problem. Her attitude? I'm good with a hydrospanner, but not that good. I don't know, one good whack and... Getting her vector jets aligned might calm her down a bit. I'll get on it right away. That'll be something. Thanks, Koyi. Glad to have you here. Glad to be here, Captain. Glad to be doing more than theorizing. Niren, you chose the Rylothian rules for this hand, right? Correct, Plor. You'll pay for that. Tycho, the patrol was negative. Any intel coming down from fleet? Only confirmation that the 181st Imperial Fighter Group has reached Brentaal 4. So we will be going against Fel then? Are you cold, Felice? No, that shiver was for Fel. He was a legend when I was at the academy. You're making it sound like this Fel is nastier than Darth Vader ever was. From everything my instructors told me, he just could have been. Fel was worse while I was at the academy at Pref's Belt 4. Best pilot I'd ever seen.
I heard a rumor that Vader had his TIE prototype made to stop Fel from vaping him in similar battles.
What a bucket full of hut drool! Take it easy, Plor. I heard that rumor too. I won't take it easy, Wedge. Ever since Intel decided the 181st was on Brentaal, all I hear about is Fel. That's because Fel is a deadly enemy. No enemy is deadly enough to make me lose my nerve. Fel hasn't made me lose my nerve, Plor. That's what it sounds like to me, Tycho. Hey, neither of one of you is the enemy.
Tycho speaks of fear to relieve it. Plor speaks against fear to hide it.
I am no coward.
Ah, then you're a fool, since only fool does not wish to know lethal enemy.
I am no fool either. So, what's the scan on this guy, Fel? Fel came out of the academy about 7 years before Yavin. TIE pilots do one active tour, then move to fleet, but he volunteered for a second tour. Talk about fools. Not just a fool, he just liked flying. He did 2 years in fleet after that, then came to the Pref's Belt 4 Academy to teach. This hand is Dantooine rules, yes? And teach he did, right, Tycho? Right. Fel taught Hobby, Biggs, and me everything he knew about flying. We simmed against him dozens of times and never got him. You never got him? Never? Nope, never.
Captain Antilles, about my transfer?
Seems that shiver is catching. Don't I have some leave coming? When Biggs and I pulled off the Rand Ecliptic mutiny, Fel got bounced from the academy and back to TIE duty. Because of his disgrace, he wasn't given the honor of being assigned to the Death Star. He was sent to the 181st. While we were at Yavin, the 181st hit Ord Benir. Right. Then they performed all sorts of ops against the rebellion. They were at Darafor, Hoth, and Endor. And he's still flying now? And he's down on Brentaal 4. And your point is? But wait, that means he's been in Imp service for 10 years, 8 of them flying TIEs, and 6 of those years in combat. That's impossible. He's that good, Plor, and then some. Not if you're as good as Fel is. Vultine, Brentaal 4, Bormia Sector. As you can see, Baron Fel, our supplementary defenses are coming along nicely. Some locals protested. I said irrigating on this world was a waste of water. The Indigs are filthy rich. Let them import their food, I say.
Hardened missile sites. A launch a bunker for my fighters. Impressive.
Of course, as you wanted, but come away from there. Your inventory is tedious. This world has so much to offer, Fel. You should partake of its treasures before the rebels unleash their wrath.
I had thought the purpose of my being here was to curb the rebel wrath.
Of course, but there will be time for that later. For now, you should enjoy yourself. Perhaps you should find Grania entertaining. No disrespect intended, but my wife would not appreciate my indulging in Brentaal's hospitality. But I would know, sir. Neither would mine, which is why she's on Coruscant. No one need know, my dear fellow. Take heart, Grania. I shall be your consolation prize. My lord is most kind. You hear that, Fel? You disappoint her, and she is gratified in having me. Wonderful people, truly wonderful. So I gather, sir, which is why I risk boring you with details of our defenses here. The rebels will come and will be dashed to pieces on the battlements we have raised. They slew the Emperor and destroyed his battle station. Walls will not stop them. Then you will shoot them down. We will, sir, but over which city? They will come to Vultin, of course. Strategically, Vultin is worthless. But I am here. Valid point. But Oridon, to the west, has the spaceport facilities they need to bring troops down. While we might hope that they would strike here, I suspect that will be their target. If you wish to spend some of your unit there, please do. But you will leave me a flight or two in case you are wrong. I am not wrong. But you are under my command. Do what you must do. Fear not, I shall forgive you later. Indeed, sir, you are most kind. Good day to you. Coruscant, Imperial Sanctum. You heard correctly. I'd gladly cede a super star destroyer to the Alliance if they would take Isoto in the deal. He lost Brentaal's moon base. Such words could be taken to be seditious. My enemies support Isoto. You have said this. If they are that stupid, I have nothing to fear from them. True, but you must let their support of Isoto become the vibro blade you use against them. Besides, he wanted him to lose the moon base. Yes, at least now he knows from whence their attack will come. As they gather forces, he can hit them and hurt them. No, my lord. Isoto will let them come down and establish a landfall on Brentaal. Only then will he be able to grind them down freely. That's a very dangerous game to play. Yes, but only then will he be humiliated and your enemies cowed. And Brentaal 4 lost. If you think that, you underestimate Baron Fel. Mission briefing, Brentaal Moonbase, Bormia Sector. With Isoto's HQ at Vultin, we will feint at it with Rogue Squadron, while Colonel Psalm's winning safeguards our strike at Oridon and the spaceport there. Admiral, any word where this Fel's fighters are? Our intelligence assets in Vultin have spotted Fel there, which is why your mission will be to engage them and prevent them from hitting our assault troops. Yes! I have a bad feeling about this. We would like you to destroy them, but this is not a hunter-killer mission. When we ask you to withdraw, you will come away. We won't run, Admiral. Rogue Squadron never has. This time, though, I would like you to survive. Get to your fighters. We go immediately. Oridon, Brentaal 4, Bormia Sector, Imperial Territory. It goes without saying, sir, that the other pilots and I will follow you if you choose to ignore Isoto's orders. Major Fenning, are you suggesting we mutiny? It's hardly mutiny to refuse the orders of an incompetent officer. Isoto acts for the empire we serve. That empire died with the Emperor. Isoto serves himself, and Prestige and Isard. They are not the Empire. The Empire, our Empire, is tasked with saving our citizens. We work for the people of Brentaal 4. I copy, sir. Still, if you decide to use our firepower to make Brentaal for your empire, we'll be with you.
I have not the temperament to be a warlord, Tuor.
Better you a warlord than Isard an empress.
Watch yourself, Tuor. Her hearing is very sharp.
Begging your pardon, Colonel, but the scum have begun their attack.
Let's get our fighters in the air, Tuor. Good hunting to you.
And you, Colonel, for the citizens of Brentaal. Vultine, Brentaal 4, Bormia Sector, contested territory. Jansen, Tycho, break to port and take your flights around to the north. Mind the ground fire. I copy, Wedge. Tycho, shoot past us and we'll pick up the squints. As ordered. Rogue lead to fleet. We are case yellow here. Opposition is light. Fleet copies. Reserves are being allocated to the Oridon Theater. How's your opposition? Imps are moving nightside. We're shooting up Isoto's headquarters, and he pulls his capital ships back to the other side of the planet? He's a moron. Plor, watch my back. Consider it watched, lead. Good shooting, Plor. I'm hit. Engine's gone. Ibsem is clear. I've got the squint that vaped her. Break port hard, Jansen. Where is he? I'm hit. Everything gone. Punching out. Oridon, Brentaal 4, Bormia Sector, contested territory. The Coenseo BTL S3 Y-Wing attack starfighter along the staple of the Empire of the Alliance Fighter Corps. The all-purpose craft has proved its worth as a fighter and, in its current role, a bomber noted for its precision. The BTL-S3's primary advantage is that the gunner seated behind the pilot is able to use the cockpit ion cannon to fire his own targets. Though superseded by the X-Wing, A-Wing, and B-Wing fighters, the Y-Wing has its adherents and is well loved by those of us who make our living in service to the Empire. Major, have your squadron take a run on the assault carriers coming down. I copy. Alpha Squadron and I will deal with the fighters. Fel, you must return to Vultine. We are being attacked. The main assault is at Oridon, General Isoto. We can't break off. They are attacking me. Return here immediately. That is an order. Ignore him, sir. Can't. Tor, your squadron is our rear guard. Leave the rebels nothing. Alpha Squadron and I will deal with Vultine. Say again, Fleet? You want us to break off? No can do. I have people down. We copy, pilots. Down. Rescue assets have been informed of the situation. The area is hostile, Fleet. We are aware of the situation, Rogue Lead. Your recall is ordered now. Come on, Ib. Niren would be skipping his way to cover. Ugh. Rogues, back to the Independence, now! But we have pilots on the ground! Don't worry, Niren. Someone will find them. We take care of our own. Oridon, Brentaal 4, Bormia Sector, Alliance Territory. I don't like the silence from rescue concerning my pilots. I hear the same on mine. Nothing at least. You only had 2 go down. Couldn't have been more if Fleet hadn't pulled us out. Fel's people hit us hard, then fled. Fleet thinks Isoto called him off to protect Voltine from you, and they called us off to protect the fleet from him. There's a lot of damage here. If the fight was brief, it must have been nasty. Felt like forever in the thick of it. The screen squadron really tore up the town as they left. Didn't deny us all the supplies stored here, though. I heard they found kiloliter drums of Bacta. We can use it. I just hope there will be enough left for Jansen and Ibtisam when they get pulled out. Voltine, Brentaal 4, Burmia Sector, Imperial Territory. Ib, time to move, it's dark. 18 squints. We saw 1-8, sir. Right, Ib. Your intel we gather here will help. She's dehydrating very fast. I can't leave her to get help, but if I don't... What's that? Hallucinations, too. Great. Can't stay, can't go. Nothing, Ib. Drink some more and rest. No, it wasn't nothing. Don't even think about resisting. Never crossed my mind. Right, Flyboy. Move. You're coming with us. Coruscant, Imperial Palace. Isard? You have read Fell's report and you still counsel against relieving Isoto? True, but Isoto's supporters fail with him. Fell's victory, despite Isoto's, is your victory. The news from Brentaal is disastrous. Orden has fallen. That idiot Isoto withdrew his fleet and allowed the rebels to land an invasion force. How can they still support Isoto? His incompetence will cost us Brentaal 4. They value his promises of victory and the credits with which he gilds them. Isoto must go. Prestige must be made to see that. If not, what? Revolt? Commit treason? Dangerous words setting us on a dangerous course. No one said anything about treason. They must see reason before we lose Brentaal 4. Go to them. Speak to them. Convince them Isoto must go. As you wish, I shall do my best. I have tried. Prestige refuses to relieve Isoto. No treason. Duty. I have taken steps to save Brentaal. Now you must see to your duty. You must to save the Empire. Then treason is our only choice. Thank you all for tuning in. We invite you to like this video, subscribe to this channel, and click the bell to get notified about our next video. Until the Infernal Brotherhood convenes again, my fellow scruffy-looking Nerf herders, may the Force be with you.